So I'd like to pick up from there. So basically, every year KMC seeks the endorsement and support of the Japanese government for the conference.
Yeah, same.
We've been
Yes.
doing that since like 2011. Japan. So let's see. I will share the screen here, which is JNTO. Basically, it's the National Tourism Bureau of Japanese government. And let's see, the logo. Where's the logo? They don't have the logo here. But if you were to look at some of the past KMC programs, see, go here, you would see here, archive. We have used the JNT logo as well as the, let's see, 2019. The Japan Endless Discovery logo, which you will see as soon as the page comes in, right here. So Japan Endless Discovery logo, as well as the JNT logo right here, JNTO logo, Japan National Tourism Organization. So once again, we have the support of JNTO for this year, which means that, of course, this is not a guarantee, but it means that basically, even if you are not part of a tourism group, if we will make a KMC flyer with the JNT logo on it and the Japan Endless Discovery logo on it. So if you come to Japan and your picture, your image, you can prove that you are participating in this event that is supported by the Japanese government, then I don't see them saying, oh, you can't come into the country. So that is one thing that we've done. Yes. Hopefully it won't. Yes. Hopefully that will also be a positive thing to help you get to the conference. Let's see. Does anyone have any questions so far? Okay, so I'd like to move on to, that's basically it for now for entry. As I said, things will be changing here and there. Let's hope monkeypox doesn't cross the border into into Asia, and who knows? I don't know. This planet is doomed, guys. And moving on. Collaborations. So most artists have collaboration partners. A few have not yet, but we're trying to move on and get that set up. One thing that I would like everyone to recognize, be it if you're performing online or actually in person, is that the Japanese society is changing. Basically, live music in the clubs is going, I don't want to say being pushed, but it's just sliding further and further underground. If you were to walk on the street and ask 100 people when was the last time they went and saw a live club, a band in a live music club, probably at least 50% of them would say, I don't remember. And then maybe on top of that, another 20% would, at least 2-3 years ago, and this is before COVID. So most people don't go see live music. The Japanese population is aging. Approximately 30% of the population is over the age of 65. And on top of that, the live clubs, the image is a dark underground place where young people go, or these people go, or not us. So I bring these up to say that coming to Japan, you need to look for it, coming to Japan and looking to make progress, looking to build your name. You need to look beyond live clubs. You need to look at, if possible, and I've mentioned this to some of you, you need to look at outdoor stages, outdoor performances, shopping centers, restaurants, small cafes. If you're playing in a live band, you can't perform in any of those places because Japan has a strong aversion to loud music, loud noises. So if you're an acoustic artist, if you're a small, group that is very flexible, you have a much better chance of getting real exposure in Japan. So if at all possible, if you're a band, you can come in as a band, but try as much as you can to also build an acoustic type of set that you can also do. Be as flexible as you can. And so in that, this year, KMC is focusing on collaborations, because collaborations can connect you with other artists that already maybe have connections with outdoor stages or different venues that you as a foreign artist are not going to be able to get connected to immediately. So for that reason, this year we decided to kind of create collaborations and see what can happen by putting directly a Japanese artist with a foreign artist. In terms of collaboration projects, use your imagination. There are all sorts of different ways to collaborate. It could be, and so I think many people, when they think of collaborations, they're thinking of like a brand new project, a brand new something. But there's always, because you're collaborating with a Japanese artist, and my assumption is, having Japanese lyrics or Japanese person singing in your song or singing on your album is cool. It's good promotion for you. Think about using an existing song that you have and having, doing a remix of it, or having an extra verse added in Japanese. So that is kind of the easiest way to collaborate and get something that both you can promote and they can promote. And you can add something to their song in English, or you can sing a verse together or something like that. So you can use your imagination, try and figure out what you want. And then there's also, I'm going to throw this out, they're old, but on YouTube, if you look up UGGENTNIGHT, Judgment Night soundtrack. So Judgment Night was a movie in the 1990s. It was a terrible movie. The movie was absolutely no good. Basically about somebody who killed somebody, and he hunts down the people who saw him kill, and it's just terrible. But the soundtrack was the best soundtrack of the 90s. And it's because it combined metal and hip hop. It was the first project to combine heavy hitters like Slayer with big hip hop artists like Ice-T, House of Pain, and Helmet, and all of these giants came together, combining genres that you would never imagine to put together. So I bring that up to say that don't always think that it has to be acoustic and acoustic. You can do, a dance music and a singer-songwriter. Think about unique ways of combining your music so that it works for you. So definitely check out that soundtrack. I mean, it really is amazing. And if you know some of those artists, you'll be like, wow, this is really cool. Okay, so that's it for the collaborations. And one other thing, if you haven't gotten connected with a collaboration partner yet, don't wait for us to connect you. If you know of a Japanese artist, or you go through YouTube and you're like, wow, this artist is really cool, I could see collaborating, then send that artist's information to us, and we can check them out and see if they're contact them and see if they're interested. Before I forget, Husandeep, can you put your email address in the chat box so that if people need to get further information about the immigration situation, they can reach out to you?
Yeah, that's the fastest way to reach me. I'll reply as soon as I can. Just if these are the countries, if you have any other questions, I'll be happy to send you a link as well, and you can ask me anything you want about how it works. I've done it a couple times already.
Yeah, he bounces between Singapore and Japan a lot. So
yeah, my fiance lives in Singapore, so it's a bit of a thing.
Right. Okay, I don't want us to talk for the whole time. I'll open things up. If anybody has any questions about KMC for the year, the process, anything, go ahead.
Of course, I have questions. Yes, you were talking about this collaboration and the live performance through this process.
Yeah.
Does this mean that we have like to be thinking about performing with other Japanese artists of KMC during the KMC conference, or how can we do it? I don't not very clear about it.
Right. So, for example, Jake here is in Australia, and he'll be attending KMC online. So he has a choice. He can basically do like a music video type with a collaboration partner. They can write a song together, record it, and then sing it and put it on YouTube, or something like that. So that would be an online type of project. Or you can, if you're coming to Japan, you can work with the collaboration partner and create a song, write a song together, record it, put it up on YouTube. If it's finished in time for the conference, it will be released during the conference as, a promotional thing. But since that artist will be coming to Japan and the other artist is in Japan, you can perform the song together. That's your choice. If you don't want to perform it together, then that's fine. You can perform separately. But as I said, it's totally free. You can use your imagination and do it however you would like. Either an online only online collaboration, or it could be an in-person collaboration, or it could be both. Either is okay.
Okay, but I mean, that doesn't affect the live performances. I mean, because I understood that maybe we will have troubles to performing live in Japan during those days. I'm not really, if you can clarify that.
Okay. So wait, the troubles to perform live, well, why would there be trouble?
No, as I understood that everybody was, and I understand the cultural thing of the noise.
Yes.
Oh,
no, yeah, no. So I just meant if you're a live band, like you need amplifiers and all that stuff, you have to perform in a live club. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
If you can perform, like with acoustic and a conga and other stuff, you have a much better opportunity of performing in different places, shopping centers and other places like that.
Yes.
Okay. One thing that I did want to cover is, as I mentioned, I talked to two venues that I work with, one in Osaka and one in Kyoto, and they mentioned basically nothing has changed in terms of the performance requirements. Basically, as long as you've entered the country, you've been able to get into Japan, there's no problem. Some venues have restricted capacity, but still, 100 people in the venue or 150 is not a problem. So what I was kind of expecting was you have to do this and you have to do this and you have to do that, but it doesn't seem like that. I think basically these venues are ready to get back to regular regular situation. One thing, sorry, go ahead.
And do you know, because everything changed, the world changed with this pandemic situation, do you know if they're gonna ask for working visas to perform in
No,
White House?
none of that has changed in Japan. No. And so just yeah, I noticed you asked about working visas. So you are attending a conference.
Okay.
You're not working. And working in Japan means like 500 US dollars a day, or minimum. And you're not and guaranteed in a contract. And you're not doing any of that. So coming to Japan on a regular tourist visa is perfectly fine.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a question about the filtering things. And these other artists, they need to be part of the KMC, or can be any Japanese artist?
The collaboration partner, if you're looking for a partner, please see if you can find someone in the Kansai area. But no, they don't have to be a KMC artist at all, no. But one thing to be aware of is, if you're looking on Facebook and other stuff, don't select any artists that don't have any English written anywhere.
Okay.
The reason I say that is because I found out this real quickly. Japan, the Japanese passport, the actual Japanese passport, is tied with Singapore for being the strongest passport in the world. Japanese person can Husandeep smiling. Japanese person can go to 180 countries without a visa, or if a visa is necessary, they can fill out the paperwork after landing and be able to proceed without a problem. And so with that strength, unfortunately, only 23% of Japanese people have a passport. Only 23% of Japanese people are interested in leaving the country. So going back to what I was saying, if you find a Japanese musician, but they don't have any English anywhere, they're most likely not interested in anything that's not Japanese. So you don't want to connect with them. Look for people who, they have non-Japanese friends on their, Facebook or Threads, or they're connected with non-Japanese things.
Cool. Thank you.
Anyone?
Sorry, I have another question.
Sure.
About the things, the logo, enterprise for travel. No, the JP travel. And you said before that you will put the logo
on the flyer. Yes.
Flyer.
Yes.
I don't really understand that things. But you say
right, okay. So yeah, it's probably not a problem, but just imagine, when you go through immigration, they say, your passport, immigration, customs, why are you coming to Japan? Oh, I'm a musician. You're going to, and so you're gonna work and make money or something? No. See this flyer right here, this JNTO, this is Japanese government. They support this event that I'm attending right here. See my picture right here? So that is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. I got it. Thank
you. One different aspect of the conference this year, and honestly speaking, it is because basically we have but a very, very, very small working budget. Is so, for example, I know Muni and Mario performed at KMC 2019 at the live club called Club Vision. During that year, we rented the venue for a decent amount of money for 8 hours, and KMC artists performed there and so on and so forth. And we would like to do that again this year. However, our entire budget is the equivalent of the rental fee for the venue. So we can't do that. And so what we're trying to do is basically, so for example, we connect an artist with a collaboration partner. You will collaborate on a project, and if you are coming to Japan, you need to stay tightly connected with that Japanese partner, because if you want to play live, they will be your connection to getting booked. We can help you, but they will book, basically they will book together. You can get booked at a venue together. KMC basically will not be booking all the artists in 3 venues or something like that, as we've done in the past. So it will be, and I don't want it to sound like we're saying, oh, go on your own and book your own self, but it will be your responsibility to get booked. We can give you the tips and all the advice and information on how to do that, and even introduce you to the booking managers. But KMC will not be actually booking the venue for you. Let's see, Samara has, when do you need recorded collaboration uploaded onto YouTube by and have presented at the conference? Okay, good question. So let's see. Basically, if you're doing a collaboration project, if at all possible, we would like to have it basically completed and ready to upload basically by September 14 or 15, so a couple of days before the conference starts. If it cannot happen, it actually cannot happen by the time the conference starts, that's not a problem. We can, after conferences, we can announce, maybe watch the stream October 1st. The collaboration between this group and this group is going to be released and so on. So it's not, it's not essential, but it's preferred. I'll just put it that way. A build up toward the conference, because as soon as the conference is over, all attention drops and so on. A couple other things.
Sorry, so for your previous point, does it mean that you will not book any performances? So we would just arrive for the conference and then we try to work on our own to get any gigs? Did I understand it correctly?
Basically, yes. The opening party, again, held at Hard Rock Cafe. If it is possible that we can have live music at that, we will book 2 or 3 performances for the opening party. There is a possibility that we can set up, a couple small cafes here and there. We will, assuming this is possible, we will also be organizing performances on the riverboat cruise. So basically, acoustic performers, solos, duos, KMC can book fairly easily. That's not a problem. But again, it won't be in like a KMC venue with 5 acts and artists. It'll most likely be an independent booking here, an independent booking there, a booking here, and a booking there. Live bands, if you need to play in a live club, that's going to be more on your own. And unfortunately, this timing of can foreigners get into the country is causing problems, because the 2 venues that I just contacted yesterday, they told me their weekends in September are booked. They're full. So for live performances, live bands performing on KMC weekend, you're going to need a collaboration partner who may be able to get books a lot easier than a foreign act. And by the way, just to let everyone know, the primary, especially because live venues are really hurting for money these days, the weekends are reserved for rentals, pretty much. And these rentals go anywhere from $1,000 US to 2,500 US, depending on the size of the venue, for 8 hours. Okay, any other questions? Yes, Jake, go ahead.
I just have a question about the collaboration with a different artist. The song, like, what would be like the preferred genre for the song to be? Like rock or country?
It doesn't matter. I mean, that's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, KMC does not. Basically, KMC, our main role is connecting the artists. Once you're connected, you take the ball and run with it. just bring the ball back if possible. Bring it back by the. we want the ball back by the time the conference starts. Anybody else? We will be doing scheduling a webinar in probably late June, early July, regarding some tips to help you move along. Yes, go ahead. Questions, Samara? Huh?
Hi, good morning. Sorry, it's 5 a.m. here in
No
Arizona, in the US. So I'm not the performer. I'm representing the Angle, who is a 3-piece, 4-piece male jam band. And they do collaborate frequently in the United States with vocalists and other instrumental performers. Anyway, so I guess my question is the commitment. So it sounds like, is it just one song per band? We're virtual now. It's going to be too hard for them all to get there in September. Right. So, which is unfortunate because we were really looking forward to being there in person and being a sponsor. But so if that's the case, if we're virtual, what is the commitment as far as what are you expecting? How many songs are you expecting them to perform? And how that can be recorded.
Okay. So are you talking about both the collaboration and the performance?
Well, actually, yes, both.
Okay. As far as the collaboration, that's up to you. So for example, if you're using existing songs, then maybe you write some lyrics for their song and they write some lyrics for your song, or you can work on a song together. But because you have to understand their writing style and other stuff, I wouldn't probably guess you're going to be able to do more than 1 or 2 songs. As far as the performance, the live performance, we're hoping, well, not hoping, but basically we'll be expecting a performance. And just one thing to let you know, Japanese fans, they want to see a performance. They want to see costumes, and just think of Japanese animation, how exciting and stuff it is. So give them a performance. I can share. You can go to the KMC 2020 site and look at some of the online performances, but basically a 30-minute performance would be a good time. 25 to 30-minute performance would be good for the conference performance.
So if they're not live, if they don't come in, it's this, how are you going to be presenting it? Are you going to be showing videos, or is it just online for those?
For the performance, is it possible to do a live stream? Is that at all possible?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So a live stream, if for some reason, like people last year from Indonesia, the connections weren't good and they're really worried about doing a live stream and having stuff screwed up. So they did it, but they just recorded it and then ran it as a live stream. Yeah, if at all possible, and you're doing it online, do a live stream. If that isn't possible, then go on and do it live, record it, and then run it as a premiered stream during the conference.
So just in thought, what if we were to, I don't know if this is something that's possible with people in Japan, but if the person that we collaborate with in Japan, if we're able to get them to come to the United States to perform the live stream, are people flying out of Japan?
That's probably not gonna happen, because I mean, it's only like three months away, and basically. What you could do, you'd have to get the technology, to split the screen and other stuff. But you can do the online live stream style.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, Paul.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm scheduled to do an online performance, I believe, on September 2nd.
Right.
So I'm planning to do a live stream from my home studio here, or possibly another studio. Likely I'll just be solo acoustic, but I do have a full band for the scenarios. But as you said, being flexible, I can perform solo acoustic, as a duo or a trio, fully electric, or with a band that is acoustic or electric. We go with whatever is called for, whatever the venue would prefer. I don't have a collaboration partner yet. So
right.
I would be happy for any recommendations from.
Yes, we're working on that. Actually, there's blues. Trying to connect you with a blues artist.
Okay, that'd be fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my only question then. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm flexible, and I looked into coming from America. I'm in near San Francisco, California. I tried to contact 2 of the travel agencies that are mentioned as being authorized to allow these initial tour groups, and they both wrote back to me. They don't even have the information yet.
Exactly.
They're waiting for the government to give them the rules to know how and who they can sell these tour packages to. But it's not free travel. Americans will be highly monitored. They'll be requested to keep their masks on and stay with the tour group at all times.
Yes. Indeed. Yeah, we're exactly how this is going to go down, I don't know. And of course, politicians, they don't know either. So it's their job to make you think they do.
If you want to know how mismanaged some of this stuff is, about a year ago, Japan did a program where that was during a time where 2-week quarantine was the normal. They had a time where 3 days quarantine was allowed, and they had maybe like 5,000 people could do that per day, but maybe maximum, since it was so mismanaged, maybe maximum 3 or 5 people did it a day, and literally nobody knew what the hell was going on. There was so much paperwork, so much bureaucracy that literally nobody could answer your question. So we're hoping that by July, after Japanese local elections, the government will be more incentivized to open, because they don't have to appease all the people. But we don't know anything for sure as yet, and things will definitely change by July, August.
Things will definitely change by June 1st.
No, but I'm saying things we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know for sure yet.
Nihon ganbatte.
Okay. Let's see. Was there anything else? Any other questions anybody have? And if everything clears up, even if you are scheduled to perform online, that does not mean you cannot attend the conference in person. So that simply means your performance will be online. So if you want to come in person and attend this conference sessions and other stuff, you're more than welcome to do that. And I'm actually in contact with WOMEX, World Music Conference in Europe. And they are interested in doing a seminar, an online seminar at KMC this year. So looking forward to doing that. Okay, last call for questions. If not, we'll go on and shut down for this session.
I actually do have one. Did you recorded this? I know it was a little late in, but
yeah.
It would be amazing if I could get a copy of the recording so that I can send it on to the band as well.
Yeah, it'll be put up on YouTube as a private link, basically. Yes, no problem.
Thanks,
yeah.
Dwayne.
And before the session, around 57, I was like, okay, don't forget to record. Let me do this and then record. Then it was like 22nd, 27. I was like, I forgot. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's it. Just is there another way to be in touch with you by phone? I know we spoke once on the phone, but are you on WhatsApp now?
I'm not. Phone is easiest for me. Just send me an email and I can click. Either set up a Zoom meeting or telephone. Either is okay.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. This was very informative, though. So thank you for doing this.
And if you have not seen any of the sessions, information sessions from last year, please check out the videos. There's a lot of good information. Just go to that archive page, KMC archive page, and go to KMC 2020, or just click URL KMC 2020, Kansai Music Conference /2020, and you can go and check out the sessions from last year. There's a lot of stuff there that you can find.
Question?
Hey, yes.
Do music artists in Japan often make a Line page? I have Line for personal contact with my friends.
Right. No, Line is not a music thing. It's there is something called Line music, but it's like, teeny boppers jumping around. It's not a real serious kind of thing. Since you mentioned that, I will say it's included in one of the sessions we did last year, but Twitter and Instagram are the primary sources of social media for musicians in Japan. Facebook is not. So if you don't have a Twitter account, get a Twitter account. TikTok is building in Japan. So even TikTok has probably more users than Facebook, I think. More Japanese attention. And the reason for that is because Facebook, Japanese are very private, very concerned about their privacy. Facebook gives too much information. Twitter, you can kind of do anonymously. Same with Instagram and TikTok. But Facebook wants too much information, so Japanese don't like that. Again, the sessions we did last year have a lot of information, so check them out. And with that, I will say thank you. We'll be in touch by email and continue updating, sending out a newsletter later on in June.